Some say that the rice enjoyers enjoy rice a little too much. Others say rice is overrated, but they say that it's the perfect mixture of taste, texture, and flavor, and it must be shared with the rest of the world. Gallici Corvi disagrees, and so they have brought their disagreement to the battlefield. Will rice reign supreme, or is Gallici Corvi right in saying that it's overrated? Yo, what is up, you sexy ass motherfuckers? I hope you enjoyed my little introduction. Wanted to try something new, and I was inspired by the great rice enjoyers. Yes, guys, this is going to be the second part to the Gallici Corvi versus rice enjoyers matchup. If you guys have not seen part one, make sure to check it out. The link should appear either in the top left or top right corner of the screen currently, or you can go ahead and click on the link down in the description below. It is a truly incredible battle, but with these two teams, can you really have a battle that isn't absolutely amazing? I think not. Guys, in this battle, it's going to be Gallici Corvi on the defense and Rice Enjoyers on the attack. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you love it, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys grab yourself something to drink, something to eat, go jerk off a quick one. Call your grandmother and tell her that you love her, preferably not while you're jerking off a quick one. Do whatever you guys gotta do. And let's go ahead and get right into the battle. Looking over at the army compositions, let's go ahead and start off with the attackers, mostly because I cannot see the defenders' army compositions in this battle. The attackers are going to be bringing Seleucid and Colchis. Seleucid is going to be bringing some Hillmen, a Greek giant ballista. We got some thorax swordsmen, plenty of Syrian heavy archers, some Thoreos spears, a Royal Paltus regular unit, and a Royal Paltus general. So lots and lots of projectiles. We've got 4 Thoreos spears. So we're going to be seeing a lot of throwables from the Seleucid player. Looking over at Colchis, we've got Cardii Axeman. You cannot go wrong with this extremely... As I look at the Hillman. Yeah, this extremely powerful... No. Hold on. Where's the Cardii? At this extremely powerful unit, they are truly a wonder to behold and able to get a lot of kills and do a lot of damage. Not only are they going to be bringing the Cardii Axemen, but they're going to be bringing Hillmen, regular Axemen, 4 units of Eastern Archers, any additional ranged as well. I don't see any additional, so it looks like it's just going to be those... Oh, there we go, right in front of me. 1 unit of Peltus. We've got a Noble Blood Cavalry General, somebody who can sneak around, potentially get some good archer kills, get some great flanky-panky chargeroonies. It's going to be a good time. And then some more Cardii Axemen in the back. As far as defenders go, over here I can see Kush. Kush has a unit of slave infantry up on the walls, just kind of distracting the towers, trying to waste as much of the tower's ammo as they possibly can, and just posing a little bit of a distraction as well. We also have a unit of slave slingers coming up on the wall to be able to try and do whatever they can to harass Colchis as they continue to utilize their hillmen and their axemen to be able to push up these turrets and start hitting this wall over here. Looks like they're going to do a wide anger. They're going to go ahead and do a wide angle and attack both this wall and this wall right here. And the defenders are going to try to do whatever they can to be able to defend this. We saw a unit there for just a moment before it disappeared. But it looks like the defenders aren't going to let this gatehouse go quite so easily. They are going to go ahead and abandon that tower right here, but we've got a gate right there and a gate right there. Both gates having 2 towers each. Towers can win you games. The amount of damage that they can do is insane. So as long as they can hold off these towers, we even got an archer unit by the other player, Epirus, a unit of archers over here to be able to, again, harass these units that are pushing up the tortoises and try to do as much damage as they possibly can before they get to the walls, potentially even breaking them, so that way their opponent is forced to move up even more units to be able to get into the fray and really fight. It looks like, whoa, we're missing it. It looks like we actually have a unit of Illyrian levies sallying out to be able to help with the harassment process. We've got a unit of archers, we've got a unit of slave slingers, and we've got a lot of troops coming out to be able to harass these forces. We got a unit of Thessalian cavalry, we got a Kushite slave infantry, 2 units of Illyrian levies, multiple ranged units over here just beyond the walls and on top of the walls. We've got Shotel warriors close by, ready to be able to charge out at a moment's notice, but we've got plenty of units going into the fray. And here is our first charge. We got a unit of Illyrian levies now stalling. They were going to charge into the Axemen, but now they're going to go ahead and fall back, not wanting to fully devote themselves towards these Axemen, and instead let the other unit of Illyrian levies go ahead and charge into these Axemen and try to do as much damage as they possibly can. They've got the towers nearby, and they've got the slingers up on the walls to be able to help support them. And right now, it's just these 4 units that are here to be able to do as much damage as they can. So the defenders are really taking the offensive approach and just trying to get as many kills as they possibly can, even using some of their range capabilities to be able to shoot at this unit of Axemen and break them as quickly as possible. This unit of Illyrian levies is getting completely surrounded by this Axemen unit, but this is a perfect opportunity for the defenders to utilize their ammunition and start firing it into the backs of these troops. We even have the Hellenic Royal Cavalry General moving in. The Axemen are getting charged by the Thessalian Cavalry. What a huge start to the battle. We've got this other unit of Axemen also starting to break as well, with 48 men remaining and 35 kills. These Axemen are holding valiantly. The Illyrian levies are still trying to do as much damage as they can. But now we've got the cavalry just trying to do cycle charges and get as many kills as they possibly can. We've got the noble blood cavalry charging after this Thessalian cavalry, trying to catch up to them. But they're going to try to use the water to their advantage to slow down this noble blood cav and hopefully get out of there. Or they're going to turn around and fight against it. This might be a good opportunity to be able to kill this general and really weaken the morale of these forces. The Thessalian cavalry only have 23 kills so far, with 60 men remaining, so they really need to get out of there to be able to utilize themselves to the best of their ability and try to get as many kills as they possibly can. The general took 10 losses, 46 kills so far, but they were able to stall some of these forces and give this cavalry a chance to get the hell out of Dodge. Now the slave infantry with 23 kills so far, fighting against the mighty hillmen of Colchis. We've even got some mercenary Italian swordsmen now moving outside as well. All of the archer fire are currently going into these axemen, just trying to kill these guys and support the Illyrian levies as much as they possibly can. But now we've even got the Italian swordsmen using their Pila capabilities to shoot into these axemen and just try to absolutely melt them as quickly as possible. This is an incredible play by the defenders, but we have more and more troops pouring in. We've got some hillmen moving over onto this side now. We've got a unit of hillmen, and we've even got a unit of the Thoreo spears of the Seleucid player, as well as a couple of extra, not even just a couple, 3 extra Cardii Axemen units moving over to the front line to be able to suppress this engagement that the defenders have brought forth outside of their city walls, and hopefully just cancel this out and stop this madness. The general's going to go ahead and charge into these axemen and try to break them, but they are going to go ahead and take a few volleys from the Thoreo spears. They are still alive, but they've definitely taken some losses. 74 kills so far, though, not bad. And now the Kushite slave infantry are forcing these hillmen to break. If they can actually break this hillman, that'll be huge. This other unit of axemen is breaking. They are about to be completely shattered with 1 man left in this 1 man left. Now we've got the slave infantry trying to move into these Thoreo spears, charge right into them, keep them from being able to fire any more, so that way they can continue to pour fire in with their range capabilities. These slave slingers have 21 kills so far. They've definitely taken some losses, but they still have ammunition left over, ready to bring the hurt to their opponents in this battle. This hillman has 42 men remaining. They are starting to break. 82 men remaining with the Kushite slave infantry with 130 kills so far, especially with that tower support and the range support. Yeah, they'll be able to get a lot of kills here. The hillman has just kind of been left to be able to fend from themselves. These mercenary Italian swordsmen are using their Pila to absolutely melt them, and now they're going to go ahead and countercharge into those hillmen and just try to take them out for good. The slave infantry had actually followed the Thoreo spears all the way back to the front lines, but now they're going to go ahead and fall back, completely surround these hillmen, force them to completely shatter, and potentially get a nice little surround on these thorax swordsmen over here as well. They have to be careful, though. There's a lot of axemen, a lot of Cardii axemen, a lot of forces from Colchis, still here and still able to move in at a moment's notice. Over here, we've got Kushite slave infantry fighting against the Cardiac Axemen of Colchis. So far, Colchis is just melting them like a hot knife through butter. They do not stand a chance against this way more experienced and elite infantry. But by the power of their gods, by their leader, by their king, their lord, whoever it might be, they are going to hold for as long as they possibly can and try and take down as many of these bastards with them as they possibly can before they eventually fall. We even have some Shotel warriors close behind, already seen some elite units. We got Samurai warriors and Shotel warriors starting to use their javelin capabilities to fire into the sides and the backs of these Cardiac Axemen and get as many kills as they possibly can. But now we've got the Hillmen charging into the Samnite warriors, just trying to hold them back, keep them from being able to fire, and continuing to do damage. And they're also starting to neutralize this gate, which is not what you want to see if you are rooting for the defending forces in this. Mercenary Italian swordsman with 92 kills so far, doing a great job of holding off against these thorax swordsmen. Lots of archer fire actually going into these Italian swords and Kushite slave infantry. Also getting a little bit of friendly fire on the thorax swordsmen, so they're going to have to be careful about that as well. But yeah, if they can get these slave slingers to really start firing down on these thorax swordsmen, then they should be able to win this fight. Well, maybe. If there's only 70 mercenary Italian swordsmen left, then it's definitely going to be a tough fight to win. But at the very least, at least they are weakening this thorax swordsman, so that way they won't pose nearly as much of a threat in the future. Over on this side, we've still got the slave infantry holding on for dear life. The mercenary Samnite warriors are actually starting to break the hillmen. Now that they're broken, I hope that the defenders are going to go ahead and utilize this to push their opponents back, retake these towers, so that way the towers will continue to wreak havoc upon their opponents. We've even got a couple of Nubian bowmen over here getting a lot of fire into these Syrian heavy archers, making sure that they know they are not welcome in the settlement, making sure that they can't get any kills, any fire off on their troops. I paused for a second because I saw these Cardiac Axemen and I thought that it was one of the defenders' Cardiac Axemen, and I was really confused there for a second. Looking at the rest of the army while this kind of fight is going on, we do still have a little bit of outside fighting going on over here, but not too much. It looks like it's definitely slowed down by a lot. 115 kills and 68 kills and some slave infantry is certainly nothing to gawk at, though. Looking over on the inside of the settlement, looking at the defenders' armies, we've got slave slingers, Nubian bowmen, slave infantry, Samnite warriors, Shotel warriors, armored Shotel warriors, those very, very elite forces, but lots of slave infantry, mercenary Italian swordsmen. We got a royal Kushite general. We've got some mercenary Cretan archers, some more Samnite warriors, Illyrian levies, Italian swordsmen, and some more armored Shotel warriors. I'm sure that there's even more. See, we've got even more forces starting to appear out of the blue, but I'm sure we have even more back here further in the city waiting their moment to strike. Who were that? What was that? Those were archers? A unit of archers, 146 kills. I can only hope that they were out of ammo. They are going to start running. I think, okay, they do have their dollar store daggers. Thank you, Bubini, for teaching me the saying. Absolutely love it. They do have their dollar store daggers out. So it's very likely that they were out of ammo, and I can only hope so, because if they still had ammo, then that would have been really rough for the attackers. But now we've got the Eastern archers pushed up onto the front line, firing into the shield side of some mercenary Samnite warriors, firing into the shield side of the Shotel warriors, just trying to get as many kills as they possibly can. Trying to get some good fire on the Shotel warriors, if at all possible. The slave slingers are trying to get some kills, but they are struggling just a little bit. We've even got a Greek Scorpion now showing its beautiful face, trying to get some shots into these thorax swordsmen, especially now that they're at a little bit of a column formation. If they're facing you like that, then that is a great target for Scorpion, because then the bullet can just go straight through the whole line and then hopefully double its kills each time. So a great target for Epirus, really trying to utilize their range capabilities to the best of their ability. We've got the slave slingers moving over to the side just a little bit, trying to fire into these archers, trying to do as much damage as they possibly can, just keeping them on their toes. We've got the general over here with 61 men remaining, 74 kills, waiting their moment, waiting their turn to be able to charge back in and hopefully get a lot more kills and survive to fight another day. The other unit of cavalry is still alive, 57 men remaining, 23 kills so far. This could potentially be a great opportunity to sneak around and get in some archers while you're distracting with the general, but it's also a very risky move, so if they don't do it, I would not blame them at all. Over on this side, we've got some Kushite slave infantry starting to break against the might of the Thorax swordsman. We've got Thorax swordsmen actually swapping out, trying to keep them as fresh as they possibly can, get as many kills as they possibly can, forcing this other Kushite slave infantry with 46 kills to start to break. And now the Mercenary Samnite Warriors are going to have to move in and try to keep them back and away from these towers. They need to keep these towers firing. They need to keep them fire. Oh, these Shotel Warriors are so dead. They are getting absolutely blasted from behind by so many different archers. And now we've got some regular slave infantry moving in to hold the line, trade with the Shotel Warriors because they are broken. I would run now too. And now the slave infantry are going to hopefully go ahead and charge in, or they're going to get charged by the Cardi Axemen, hold them back. And at this point, this location has sort of fallen. You can definitely try to retake this location, but it is going to be hard. Now we've got this cavalry distracting the general while the general unit of Epirus tries to move in and take out these archers. If he can get into these archers, into these peltas, and get rid of them, that would be absolutely huge for the defenders. Oh. Oh, they're going to get some peel off. Ooh. And also get a bunch of kills on that general. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What, 6 or 7 men that died in that one volley? Was that worth it? The harassment that they're trying to do. Oh, there's another cavalry. We got an Aspis companion cavalry moving into the fray, and the Thessalian cavalry are going to go ahead and sandwich them partially and just try and take out these Cardii Axemen if they can. If they can take out a Cardii Axemen with their cav and still have their cav alive afterwards, that would be huge for the defense, especially since these Cardii Axemen can do a lot of work. Over on this side, the Kushite slave infantry are doing whatever they can to be able to hold the line. We've even got a unit of mercenary Italian swordsmen up on the front line, fighting against the Cardii Axemen as well, just trying to do as much damage as they can. The Scorpion is firing into the fray. We've got some slave infantry now holding against the Cardii Axemen, but the Scorpion's trying to do whatever it can to get as many kills on these Cardii Axemen as it possibly can. I can only assume that it's firing at the Cardii Axemen, but trying to utilize all of its ammo before it inevitably falls. The Slingers have 63 kills so far. Do they have ammo? It looks like they still have ammo, so they still have an opportunity to be able to get some more archer kills, if at all possible. Having done a decent amount of damage to these guys as well, we've got 107 men left, 90 men left, 112 men left, 119 men left. Not bad at all. And yeah, the cavalry is just completely surrounding these Cardii Axemen, still taking a decent amount of losses, though. The Cardii Axemen are fighting their hearts out, getting 30 kills so far. This general needs to charge in, sandwich these guys. They need to cycle charge with the Aspis Companion Cavalry and just try to get these guys off of the battlefield. I mean, I know that the Aspis Companion Cavalry are good in prolonged melee, but maybe in this case it would be good to cycle charge against them. And now the Cav sees the general moving in, and the Cav says no. Excuse me, guys. Let me get some water real quick. They are going to go ahead and get the hell out of Dodge. Leave these Cardii Axemen alone. 70 men remaining. Just the sheer presence of the Colchis General was enough to scare away not 1, not 2, but 3 different cavalry units. Yes, they are depleted, but still, it is a funny sight to see. Now we got some mercenary Samnite warriors completely surrounding a unit of Cardii Axemen. We actually had a unit of slave infantry moving into the fray, trying to get into some archers, but getting completely surrounded by so many different forces. Did they get any archer kills? I don't know if they did. I don't know if it was worth it, but hopefully they were able to get something. And now these mercenary Italian swordsmen with only 12 kills are getting back shots, getting torn apart by the attackers' archers and just taking a lot of damage. The Kushite slave infantry and these Samnite warriors are going to try and hold off. We've got a unit of armored Shotel warriors nearby as well, ready to move in at a moment's notice. But will it be enough? We've got the Thoreo spears Maybe still having ammo left. They have 50 kills so far, 50 men remaining, moving up, getting ready to be able to engage with that front. We've even got the Mercenary Samnite Warriors taking a little bit of shots. It's going to be sword side shots. I would almost reposition your Samnite Warriors to be able to face this way, so that way you're not going to take as much damage. You're not going to take too much damage, facing this way, but you're still going to definitely take some damage from those arrows. If you wanted to go ahead and turn it so that way you're front facing the arrows, it'll mitigate that archer fire. Man, I really cannot speak today. It'll mitigate that archer fire for just a little bit. Over on this side, the Kushite slave infantry are breaking against the might of the thorax swordsman, but we do still have some archer fire, some Nubian bowmen with 138 kills so far, just absolutely putting everything that it can into these thorax swordsmen, causing them to completely shatter, so that way these Illyrian levies can now charge into the remnants of these Theros spears and potentially get around to the flank of these Cardii axemen as well. Great positioning by the defenders. We've even got the Royal Kushite General moving up to be able to continue to rain hellfire upon their opponents to try to get as many kills as possible. Looking at what's left, we've still got 3 depleted units of cavalry from Epirus. Still a decent amount of infantry. We've got some armored Showtail warriors. It looks like we've got 2 units of armored Showtail, 3 units of armored Showtail warriors still having not seen the fight. We've got one that's moving up, getting ready to join the fight, but not quite there yet. Just getting ready to be able to throw their javelins and try to get as many kills with their javelin capabilities as they can. Most of them bouncing off of this pillar. This pillar is the savior of Seleucid. They need to take this pillar and create a monument out of it for how much javelins it just blocked. That was incredible. But yeah, the Showtail Warriors are moving up to try and get as many javelin kills as they possibly can. Looking at what's left, though, we've still got some archers, Eastern archers, Peltus, from Colchis. We've got some Cardii axemen, Syrian heavy archers, the Rayo spears. We've still got the elites, the 2 Royal Peltus. We got some Thorax swordsmen, the crew of the Greek Giant Ballista with 104 kills. I'd say that was a pretty decent usage of the Giant Ballista. And then the defenders still have some mercenary Samnite warriors, mercenary Italian swordsmen, mercenary Cretan archers, still a decent amount of infantry, but this is anyone's game. Definitely no calling it yet. We've got the remnants of these Illyrian levies actually charging into these Cardii axemen, trying to get into these Peltus to be able to stop them from being able to fire into any of their troops, charging into the Cardii axemen and just trying to do as much damage as possible. Great archer fire. It may be shield side, but it's still side and flanking fire with those archers, really doing as much damage as they can to be able to try and melt these Cardii axemen and keep them from being able to use their armor penetration capabilities against the mercenary Samnite warriors. With 73 men remaining and 196 kills, this man deserves a second win, deserves a little bit of a break. And now it may just be time to move in these armored Showtail warriors as well. 36 kills so far with just their Pila. They do have the opportunity. They are fresh and ready to go, and it looks like they are going to move in, seeking bloodshed. They're going to move in and try to get some kills against the Cardii axemen, but they are going to try to retreat, but not in time. Now we've got the Pila capabilities of the nearby Peltus starting to fire everything they got into the armored Showtail warriors. Actually, the Cardii axemen were giving a great position to be able to shoot in these armored Showtail warriors, and they're going to chase them down as they're retreating and cause a whole lot of losses. These poor Showtail warriors, these poor bastards, are going to take a decent amount of losses from that retreat, but there's still 137 men remaining, so it is not over yet. Now we got the remnants of these mercenary Samnite warriors starting to fall. 45 men remaining, being completely surrounded by this one unit of Cardii axemen. They are going to fight their hearts out like Samnite warriors do and continue to fight the bloody battle to be able to retain the settlement. Over on this side, we actually do have an engagement over here. We got some Kushite slave infantry with 86 kills so far, fighting against the Cardii axemen of Colchis. Cardii axemen really trying to do whatever they can to be able to push past this location. We got some mercenary Italian swordsmen with their awesome shields. Love their shields. Love the square type of shield that they have. But the slave infantry are going to hold off for as long as they can while the tower continues to put the hurt in on these Cardii axemen, and then the Italian swordsmen will charge in at a moment's notice as soon as they get the go-ahead from their general. We also have a unit of thorax swordsmen here close by, ready to move in whenever they can. And this general, 68 kills, 73 men remaining, is getting rained upon by archer fire. Syrian heavy archers still with ammo, moving into the settlement, harassing the archers, harassing any forces that they can, getting some great sword side fire on these armored show-tell warriors that are going to go ahead and reposition to try and minimize that amount of archer fire that's going into them. Now we've got another unit of armored show-tell warriors charging into these Cardii axemen, trying to do what they can to break them, kill them as quickly as possible, so that way they might be able to regain this gate, control of this gate, and move into some of these peltas, which I'm not sure why they're not firing. This is a great spot to fire in. I see a red arrow. There we go. Now we've got some fire going into these armored show-tell warriors, but was it soon enough? How much longer can these Cardii axemen hold for? Show-tell warriors are going to completely ignore the Cardii axemen, move forward and charge into the Cardii axemen, trying to protect the ranged units. If they can move past this Cardii axemen and this the Rayos spear unit, then they'll be golden. They'll be able to get a lot of kills. We've even got Syrian heavy archers with no ammo moving into the front to be able to try and help hold against the armored show-tell warriors, while the rest of the ranged units just rain hellfire upon the armored show-tell warriors. These Illyrian levies are holding off the unit of thorax swordsmen with 139 men remaining. These armored show-tell warriors are going to continue to take massive amounts of fire, and we've even got some archer fire coming in on the sword side of these armored show-tell warriors, so I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be able to hold, and that is an expensive unit to lose from archer fire. But it is what they have to lose. Looking at what they have left, they still have a unit of fresh armored show-tell, 2 units of fresh armored show-tell warriors to be able to go into the fray. They're utilizing these armored show-tell warriors in the best way that they possibly can, trying to kill as many men as they can, hold back these opponents, and force them to be able to utilize all of their ammo, so that way the other fresh units of armored show-tell warriors can come in and really do work. But even with all the fire, they're doing a great job. They're surrounding this unit of thorax swordsmen with 2 units, trying to get them out of here, kill them as quickly as possible. They're killing these Syrian heavy archers, really just trying to get these kills and break them, so that way they can move past and get into more of these ranged troops. At this point, there is no falling back. If you fall back, you will die. They are still active, so they're going to be able to get a lot of kills. But yeah, they are in the fray. They've actually recaptured this gatehouse, which is huge. With this gatehouse shooting, it'll be able to get a lot of kills and do a lot of damage to their opponent's infantry. Over on the outside, I don't know quite what happened here. It looks like there's 2 units of Epirus's cav left over. So it looks like they might have tried to make a move here. Yeah, it looks like they had a little bit of a cav engagement over here, just trying to get into some of these archers, but they were baited in by the attackers and took a lot of fire. And so these cav, with 24 men remaining, the Aspis Companion and the General, the Hellenic Royal Cavalry, are just sitting back, relaxing, and waiting for their moment of glory. Does this Scorpion have any ammo left? He has 48 kills so far. I certainly hope that he does. Do these Nubian bowmen with their dollar store daggers, and Nubian bowmen with their daggers, they are out of ammo as well. These Nubian bowmen still have ammo with 25 kills so far. They have 47 men remaining, so they'll still be able to hopefully get a lot of kills. Somehow we got a unit of Syrian heavy archers around here into the mercenary Cretan archers, but then the Show-tell warriors moved in and finished them off. Over here, these Show-tell warriors, again, still holding, still trying to get as many kills as they can, but they are now getting surrounded, and they will not hold for much longer. With 214 kills, they've done whatever they can, but I believe that that is going to be the end of those Show-tells. But now we have another fresh unit of armored Show-tells moving into the front lines. We've got the Kushite slave infantry as well as the Illyrian levies, having broken that unit of thorax swordsmen, moving up to be able to try and support these armored Show-tell warriors in any way, shape, or form that they possibly can. But they need to charge in and try and get as many kills as possible. And now the slave slingers, the Nubian bowmen, whatever bodies that they can afford to move in, are going to try and do whatever they can to protect the flank of the Show-tell warriors while they do their work. These armored Show-tell warriors, ooh, we really need these guys to turn around. turn around and go and help these guys out, because now we got the Thoreo Spears charging into the archers. We got Mercenary Creed archers that I hope are out of ammo charging in, but now they're going to retreat. We got Nubian Bowmen that still have ammo as well. They need to start falling back. They need to get out of there. They do not have the men to lose. These Armored Shotel Warriors need to break through these Syrian Heavy Archers and get into the rest of these troops. They have 5 men remaining. Go, Shotel Warriors. Charge into the Thoreo Spears. Go, 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 go. Please, for my sanity. Oh my goodness, now we got another unit of Armored Shotel Warriors actually going behind this Thoreo Spear. It looks like, I don't know if they were able to break all of these different units. There's still a unit of Cardii Axemen chasing down these Nubian Bowmen, chasing down these archers. The Cardii Axemen are going to retreat, but they were right inside of the Greek Scorpion. That could have been a great opportunity to fully take them out, especially if they still have ammo, which I can only hope since they have 48 kills. But yeah, we've still got not 1, not 2, but 3 units of relatively healthy Armored Shotel Warriors. We still got some archers firing into their opponent's archers. The Easter archers, I believe, still have ammo, but ooh, these archers are actually out of ammo. They have their daggers out. These archers still have ammo, and they're moving up, trying to get into a good position to be able to fire into their opponents, and they still have the Royal Peltis. So this is still anyone's game, guys. The balance of power, I think, I don't know if it's even or if it's like 2% in favor of the attackers, but this is as even as a game can get at this point. Both sides still have a great opportunity to be able to do a lot of work, and especially if this cavalry can get into some of these archers and get a lot of kills or get some flanking charges while some of this frontline infantry is distracted, that cavalry can do a lot of work. I'm surprised the Armored Shotel Warriors are actually falling back. I'm curious, are they should do like maybe a little bit of an L formation? Depending on how much ammo these guys have left, these Eastern Archers are taking fire. They have 57 kills. I'm assuming that the defenders are just trying to utilize whatever ammo they have left on the archers that still have ammo. But it does look like that is going to be the last archer that has ammo, and they're going to follow him back because he is a very, very big asset to this army right now. Got the Thoreo Spears firing into the fronts of the Armored Shotel Warriors, utilizing their ammo as much as they possibly can. But it looks like the Shotel Warriors are going to go ahead and charge into the front line and engage with their opponents here. I don't know if they quite got that charge bonus off, but it was just against archers, so it's not the biggest thing in the world. But charge bonuses are definitely huge. They're going to go ahead and fight against the archers while the Cardii Axemen come in to swap with the archers and just try to get as many kills as they possibly can. We do have some Cretan archers firing into the Cardii Axemen, just trying to take them out, and Thoreo Spears trying to get a good angle on these Armored Shotels and take them out for good. Over on this side, we've got a unit of Thoreo Spears fighting against the mercenary Italian swordsmen while the towers continue to rain hellfire down upon their faces. And now we have the Royal Peltist General. Let's see if we can get like, oh, that's a kind of a cool overhead angle. I like that a lot. Let's see if, man, these Italian swordsmen are going to get absolutely destroyed, but they're going to hold off for as long as they possibly can. And the archer fire has turned to try and focus down on the sword side of this Royal Peltis General unit. It is insane. Hopefully they'll be able to take him out, because if they can take out that general, then the morale of the rest of the Seleucid troops is going to crumble. And they are melting relatively quickly. Even against some of these mercenary Italian swordsmen, I am very surprised, pleasantly surprised, that these guys are actually able to get some kills against these very elite troops. Now they're going to go and swap out, utilize the Thoreo Spears to be able to charge into the Italian swords while they go in. We had a unit of Aspis Companion Cavalry trying to get around the flank and just get as many kills as they possibly can. The Epirus General is going to move back into the settlement looking for a good location to flank. We got a, oh shit! I didn't even realize we got the Noble Blood Cavalry coming around the flank, taking out the unit of Nubian Bowmen that still had ammo. That is huge. Those Nubian bows did not stand a chance, and now we've got the Epirus General coming in to be able to try and defend the settlement from these Noble Blood Cavalry. But well done by the attackers, really utilizing their resources to the best of their ability and getting as many kills as they possibly can. Now they're going to come around and potentially, if they can take out that Royal Kushite Archer, uh-oh. 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 There's nothing here to defend this Royal Kushite Archer. Oh, yeah, I would have almost tried to get up onto the wall. Oh no, dude. And the Armored Shotel Warriors are going to be back charged potentially. We've got the General moving into the front line, the Hellenic Royal Cavalry trying to come in and support the Armored Shotel Warriors with 377 kills. They are getting blasted by archer fire, by throwables. Is the General dead? Yep, General is down, and now their Armored Shotels are going to get back charged by Noble Blood Cavalry. This is a sad sight to see. But we do have some archer ammo going into the cavalry. We've got the Mercenary Recruiting Archers that are out of ammo, trying to shoot at them. We've got the General unit. He needs to move this way or somewhere. The cavalry, man, if they can take out that General, that would be huge because he is a huge thorn in their side. They are definitely doing some damage with the Armored Shotel Warrior, but I fear that that cavalry is going to live to fight another day. The towers are going to definitely get some kills on them too, and do a little bit of damage, which is going to be huge for the defenders, but now the cavalry is going to look for a new opportunity. We've got the Hellenic Royal Cavalry, the general unit of Epirus. He's going to go ahead and charge, potentially charge in. I don't really know. 137 kills so far. He is going to get absolutely oh, what's going on over here? The Noble Blood Cav going to go ahead and charge into these Mercenary Cretan Archers with 196 kills. What a unit of archers. Holy smokes. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and charge into the flank of those archers. Take them out, which is going to be huge. It's going to free up all of these units to be able to move up and move into the fray. Now we've got a unit of Armored Shotel Warriors coming in. I think they're just going to go ahead and utilize this side and hope that their Armored Shotel Warriors can do enough damage, get enough kills to be able to win them this battle. It is such a close battle. The general unit's going to go ahead and fire into the Noble Blood Cav. We've got a unit of Nubian Bowmen. They are out of ammo, but they are still bodies. Hopefully they are going to be able... Ooh... The cavalry sees an opportunity to be able to move around. Do not, no, don't move your Armored Shotels. Fall back. Oh man, they're gonna go into the Peltas, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to be able to break the Peltas. Now we've got the general unit moving in. These Armored Shotel Warriors are getting completely surrounded, trying to take out this relatively fresh unit Royal Peltas with 100 kills so far. These guys are insane. And now we've got the general unit moving in. He's gonna be able to get a nice flanking charge on these Armored Shotel Warriors. And actually, oh man. This actual flank is going to go ahead. This Thoreo Spear is going to go ahead and kill the General. The General recently died. The General has broken. He is gone. The cavalry is going to charge right into the flank of these Armored Shotel Warriors, which are still holding on by a thread. These Armored Shotel Warriors are trying to do whatever they can to be able to tear through these Royal Peltas. We've got the Hellenic Royal Cavalry General, whatever is left of him, going from unit to unit to just try and break them, take them out and support wherever he can. We've got the Noble Blood Cav, which is breaking. Gonna go ahead and charge into the back of the Armored Shotel Warrior, which is completely surrounded. But now they've actually stopped. But now they're going to go ahead and try to charge into the back. We've got the depleted unit Nubian Bowmen that are out of ammo, going to charge into these Eastern Archers that are out of ammo. The Battle of Archers. We got this depleted unit of Armored Shotel Warriors successfully able to break that unit of Royal Peltas. We've got this Armored Shotel Warrior starting to break, but also breaking the unit of Thoreo Spears. Can they get more kills on the Royal Peltas? Can they stay alive? The General is dead. They've gotten another Chevron. Can they stop breaking? Can they stay in the fight for just... They stopped breaking! Can they break this unit of Thoreo Spears? Is the Thoreo Spear... the Seleucid General is alive, but left the battlefield, I believe? Oh no! The Shotel Warriors have broken! The Thoreo Spears are still wavering. There's still a chance for them to come back, but that is going to be it. Army losses, ladies and gentlemen, army losses. What an end to the battle. Let us go ahead and go and look at the replay. Look at the kills. Holy shit. We've got Raifu taking the lead of kills with 2,394 kills. We've got Titled Sum coming in second place with 2,183 kills. Nice Rice coming in third place with 2,078 kills. And Ruvat coming in fourth place with 1,732 kills. Looking at Nice Rice, he did a decent job with the Archers, 118 kills, 229 kills with that Noble Blood Cavalry. That was huge. Getting a decent amount of kills with the Axeman, 127, 123. Doing some decent work with the Cardiais as well, 158, 143, 137, 191, 217. Well done. Looking over at Ruvak's army, did some work with the Hellenic Royal Cavalry, but I think that was a huge issue with him. I think if he had brought maybe a little less cavalry. That he sadly had at the beginning was beautiful to see though, and brought some more bodies, then maybe it would have changed the battle, but who knows. We got the archers doing a good job with 198, 146. Illyrian levies with 101. Italian swords with not only 101 but 111. And then the Samnites with 235 and 178. Looking over at the Seleucid player titled sum, we got 2,183 kills, doing a good job with the Royal Peltis 130, 196, fighting against elites at the very end. 107 on the Greek Giant Ballista. We got 153, 135, 104, 124, doing a great job with those archers. The Thoreo Spears, 106, 112, and 132. And then the Thorax Swordsman, 276 on this guy. I wonder what he was fighting against. Impressive. 105, 160, 122. And last but certainly not least, we've got Raifu getting 112, 190, doing a decent job with some of their archers. We've got, with the Shotel Warriors, 399, 296, 203, 225, 138. Infantry, Kushite Slave Infantry, 119, 144, 133. Overall, a fantastic job. Well done to both the attackers and the defenders. Guys, again, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you love this video, hit that subscribe button. The team registration is just opened up for Season 8 of Total War League Siege, so make sure you guys check that out at Marketable Skills Discord, located down in the description below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.